Okay. I appreciate everybody taking time from your schedule to participate in the meeting today. It's just one of those things. Three Star requires us to do quarterly, and the quarter ends tomorrow, so I need to get some minutes typed up and sent to our good friend Jody Sliger. Welcome to, I understand Sally's here, and Dick Grayson, Megan, and Jenna, and Mike Taylor. Is there anybody else, Dustin, that you recognize are here?
Just you, Dick Grayson, Jenna, Megan, Sally, and Angie.
Okay, I'll mark Angie here also. Well, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. We do have a quorum. Don't have any minutes from our previous meeting. We didn't meet in the last quarter, and Jody Sliger's fine with that because of the COVID thing. They kind of waived that meeting, so we don't have any of that. Probably the old business, just an update on the TCAP project. Talked with Herbie Adams last week. All the parts and pieces of that project have been purchased and are in place. And when school does start back, we'll be able to offer industrial maintenance as a certification at our TCAP school. We get a little bit closer into the beginning of school, we'll have some sort of ribbon cutting or some sort of an event to let folks know that that's where that money had gone to, and that program's going to be available. And I guess that is probably the biggest news that I have at this point. And I don't know how many students are going to be able to take in that program. I haven't talked to Herbie about that, but it's going to be there. Does anybody have any questions about Three Star, about the grant monies and what they've been used for? By way of just some economic development things that I know of, I got an email from our good friend at Star LED a couple weeks ago, said that they are excited. They'll be coming to town sometimes this summer, and they have a very exciting announcement to make, and that was all they told me. So don't know what that means or where that will be going. Sally, can you hear me on this phone?
I can.
Can I ask you one question about this?
Sure.
I had, we have a fella that's has rented part of the old shoe plant down there from Jim Phipps, and he's doing recycling in there. I think he has about 8 employees, and he's only using a small portion of that building, but he wants to rent the whole building. He's going to grow, he thinks, in the next few weeks to need 25 to 50 more employees. Jim Phipps was in here on Friday, and he's going to need to do some work on that building to make it suitable for this fella to expand into, like a new roof and maybe upgrade some electrical and those kind of things. Is there any low interest or is there any incentives that TVA has that Jim could qualify as the owner of that building to do those upgrades to bring those 25 to 50 jobs?
Well, I'll have to address that with Joe. He's working from home today, but the roadblock that we'll come into is that as the owner of the building, Jim Phipps isn't actually going to be the one that's doing the hiring of the business. Since it's 2 separate entities, is where I think we might run into the problem.
Okay.
So of course the 25 to 50 jobs is great. I can talk to Tim Tidwell at TVA and ask him, but our revolving loan fund would be perfect as far as low interest loans go. But it does take a little time. You have to apply and let the loan committee review it and meet with the person, and then they take it before the whole board. So the end of July would be as soon as things could get rolling, but there's red tape as far as making sure there's collateral to back up the amount they borrow, etc.
Do you know what that interest rate is right now?
It's either 1 to 2%. It's set by the board, so it's a USDA funded grant,
Okay.
revolving loan fund. So, I have questions about the part where Jimmy isn't the owner of the business.
That's kind of the same answer that I had gotten back from economic development people from the state. That if the fellow who owned the building was the fellow doing the business and adding the jobs, it would be a lot easier to find some sort of incentives.
Right. Well, I guess there's not as much skin in the game whenever you think about if he's going to stick around with those 25 to 30 jobs.
Sure.
So that's a question we'll need to ask Joe Thacker.
Okay, you have my email address, don't you? Just
I
send me
do.
something.
I'll
find
send a
out
group. I'll send a group email to Joe and you, and that way we can all three be included in the conversation.
Okay, yeah, that'll be fine. That's pretty much all those kind of economic things I know of that's going on right now. I think people are yet a little bit kind of leery of the COVID-19 and where we're going to be going with that. Does anybody else have any updates that you want to share, or any information, Miss Angie Stout, or anybody else that's on the call? Mr. Grayson, you have anything?
Hey Sally, this is Dick.
Hi there.
She heard you. Good deal. I don't know of anything else that's going on. I appreciate y'all taking part of your lunchtime today to have this conversation. I don't know of anything else. If there's nothing else, we will go ahead and adjourn. We met, talked about some economic things. I updated you on the 3-star. So nothing happens. You won't have to put up with me until next quarter sometime. Y'all have a good rest of the day. Thank you for taking part.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. See ya. Thank you,
Thanks.
Dustin.
Bye.
See you.